Hello, learner. We have learned about the process of selection in our previous lecture. Now, we shall learn in detail about the important method of selection, that is, selection tests. Selection tests are used to provide more valid and reliable evidence of levels of intelligence, personality, abilities, and aptitudes that can be obtained from an interview. Let us first know the characteristics of a good test. A good test is one that provides valid data that enable reliable predictions of behavior to be made, and therefore assist in the process of making objective and reasoned decisions when selecting people for jobs. The characteristics of a good test are: it is a sensitive measuring instrument, it has been standardized on a representative and sizable sample of the population, it is reliable, and it is valid. There are 5 types of validity. The first is predictive validity, that is, the extent to which the test correctly predicts future behavior. Second, concurrent validity. It is the extent to which a test score differentiates individuals in relation to a criterion or standard of performance external to the test. Third, content validity. This is the extent to which the test is clearly related to the characteristics of the job or role for which it is being used as a measuring instrument. Fourth, face validity. This is the extent to which it is felt that the test looks right, that is, it is measuring what it is supposed to measure. And fifth, construct validity. The extent to which the test measures a particular construct or characteristic. Now let us look at the types of tests that are conducted for selection. The main types of selection tests, as described further, are intelligence, personality, ability, aptitude, and attainment tests. Let us first look at intelligence tests. These are defined as the capacity for abstract thinking and reasoning. Tests of intelligence, such as Raven's progressive matrices, measure general intelligence. For general selection purposes, an intelligence test that can be administered to a group of candidates is the best. Personality test. Personality tests attempt to assess the personality of candidates in order to make predictions about their likely behavior in a role. There are many different theories of personality, and consequently, many different types of personality tests. One of the most generally accepted ways of classifying personality is a 5-factor model. These big 5 factors are extroversion or introversion, emotional stability, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and openness to experience. Ability tests. These tests measure job-related characteristics such as number, verbal, perceptual, or mechanical ability. Aptitude tests. These tests are job-specific tests that are designed to predict the potential an individual has to perform tasks within a job. They can cover such areas as clerical aptitude, numerical aptitude, mechanical aptitude, and dexterity. Attainment tests. These tests measure abilities or skills that have already been acquired by training or experience. A typical test is the most typical example. It is easy to find out how many words a minute a typist can type and compare that with the standard required for the job. Interpreting the test results. There are 2 main methods to interpret test results, and that is the use of norms and the normal curve. Norms. Tests can be interpreted in terms of how an individual's results compare with the scores achieved by a group on whom the task was standardized, the norm or reference group. Thus, if someone scored at the 70th percentile in a test, that person's score would be better than 65% of the reference group. The normal curve. This describes the relationship between a set of observations and measures and the frequency of their occurrence. It indicates that on many things that can be measured on a scale, a few people will produce extremely high or low scores, and there will be a large proportion of people in the middle. Choosing tests. It is essential to choose tests that meet the 4 criteria of sensitivity, standardization, reliability, and validity. It is very difficult to achieve the standards required if an organization tries to develop its own test batteries unless it employs a qualified psychologist or obtains professional advice. So, in this lecture, we have learned about the characteristics of a good test, the types of tests that are taken for selection, interpreting these test results, and choosing the correct tests for a particular job. Thank you.